Hello, everyone. Well, here we go again with answering viewer questions. Or, yeah, I in the last couple weeks, I've had a couple people, three or four, asking if I recommended any particular practice or if I had a practice. And wow, I feel really honored that someone would ask me that. Um, and I would say that what is the word? Been torturing myself the last couple of days, thinking about making this video. And yeah, so I'm a little tired right now because I have spent the last 2 days, and particularly this morning, really thinking about what do I want to say? What do I want to include? And all this information, like, oh, and also because I don't like kind of giving that kind of advice, but I think it's kind of, I'm learning something this week, or something is coming all together in me this week. Um, it's about the heart and feeling consciousness. And if you watch the silly video about what is your economy, I alluded to that. But it's such a big topic, and my mind wants to fit every piece of information and aha and revelation that I've received in the last couple of days, and also confirmations from the universe that yes, you're on the right track, this is it, blah, 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 that I'm so overloaded and so like, ah, anyway, I will do my best. So, do I have anything in particular, a practice to share with others? Maybe a little bit that yeah. Um, but what I would say is I'll talk about it, but let's experiment together, right? Let's see if this works for you, because I have no idea if it will work for anybody else. But I would say what I'm offering in this video is going to be for the rest of my life, my practice. Okay. And what else do I want to say? I want to say to anyone who's asking about, what practice do you recommend? I would say whatever resonates with you, whatever feels right with you, whatever you're doing and it feels good, keep doing it. So you will find your practice. This is such, finding a practice to your path to liberation is such a personal thing, that you just do feels what feels right in your heart, and that's your practice. If this feels right, right on. And yeah, and I'm emphasizing the word feeling because, as I stated in the other video, and as you know, the universe is 99% feeling consciousness, which means we are feeling consciousness. We are feeling consciousness that has the ability to think, but we've kind of flipped ourselves, and we're just too, we've moved into thinking consciousness, which I'm not even sure is like fully conscious. Anyway, what do I want to say? So I'm really going to emphasize this practice about feeling, feeling, and utilizing the heart, or the space of the heart. When I say space of the heart, I'm pointing to the pranic body, called the pranic body, one of the five major prana bodies around us. And it's, of course, in the center of the chest, which includes the heart chakra, but we're not worried about the heart chakra. Yeah, because this prana body, called prana body, is responsible for like everything, for our life force, our vitality, our thinking, our feeling, our respiration, our life. So it's feeling, it's got everything in here. And it is the pranic body, or the area of the body that is the major contributor of our auric field, what we attract in life, okay? So it's really, really important. And it's what houses all of our pains and our traumas and all that. That's all coming from this prana body. It's all coming from the heart. Now, what do I want to say? This is a very scary place for people to go into the heart. It's not about going into the heart. The heart is just a symbolic, representation, but we can utilize this physical heart. We can use it in guided meditations and things like that to show us what is going on in our feeling and mental bodies. What are our pains? I'm losing my train of thought. This is going to be a long video, so sit back, get a glass of wine or a little chai or tea. And so this is the place. This is the place of the practice. Now, where seekers of enlightenment all want to end up is that those three famous words called Sat, Chit, Ananda, which is Sat meaning truth, existence, being. Chit is awareness, consciousness, and Ananda is the bliss of the heart, right? This is the ultimate goal. And I made another video, I don't remember, last year, called Sat, Chit, Ananda is the way and the practice. And that's what I feel like I'm going to incorporate here. Sat, Chit, Ananda is the practice. And it's so simple. And all the other techniques out there, let's see, when I talk about Sat, Chit, Ananda, and I'm not saying anybody else is saying this, I'm not saying this is correct, but this is how it feels for me. So Sat, which is truth, existence, or being, I correlate it to the belly. And when you take, some practices say, okay, watch the breath, get deep belly breath and just watch the breath. Well, the whole point of that is it's a way, without telling you, but I'm going to tell you, this is the way, is to get you in the body, right? Of course, it's not about watching the breath. It's about a way of getting your awareness out of your head and into the body so that you can start tapping into your real self, your feeling consciousness, and enliven your senses in the body, these receptors, so that you can start feeling what you truly are, so that the body can realize what I truly am, right? So Sat is in the belly. You watch the breath, right? And then suddenly you rise up into Chit, which is awareness, and suddenly you become very aware. And what all of the other practices, they're bringing you back into the body, right? And then you start sensing, you become aware, and suddenly you become aware of the present moment. You're like, wow, this is real. We have to start the practices, get into the body, enliven your feeling and sensory apparatuses, your body, become aware to the present moment, your surroundings. Yeah, because, this, the present moment is the only thing that exists, and that is real. And it's the only thing that exists, then it's the only place you can awaken to your truest, realist self, right? And then suddenly you become aware, and then suddenly you're, you'll, this, the heart space, Ananda starts awakening. And this is where you start feeling the bliss of feeling, the bliss of feeling. So that's the practice. Now, I have more to say on that, but in general, I would say that's the practice. Breath, get into your feeling, get into your body. Start feeling yourself, right? You become aware, oh my gosh, I'm in the body. And I realize, because we have been, and look, if somebody said this to me in the beginning of my journey, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? So take this with a grain of salt, follow it, don't follow it, I don't care. But there's more to it. We're really going to be working with the heart, because the heart is where it's at. But anyway, I know this may sound incredibly boring, but I would love it if some people out there would try it. Let's see if it an experiment to see if this is a valuable practice. I mean, it's kind of a combination of all the other practices put together, whether it's pranayama, whatever, right? And you could do this with your eyes open or closed, doesn't matter, any time of day. It's not like you're going into meditation. It's about awakening our feeling consciousness. And what I was going to say is, I realize how scary this can be. Now, you don't even know it's scary, but we are so used to our thinking energy that and I can say this from my own experience, my own aha, I never really realized what it feels like to be alive, because spend all this time up here, we're never in the body, and we don't even know what feelings are, what it feels like to feel our own self, true self. I mean, it's incredible. It's almost scary. There's so much power there. There's so much bliss. There's so much to feel that we don't even comprehend it. And so, and I think all of us have been walking around in life every single day, not even knowing how real we can feel. But this, we have to. I mean, now's the time on the planet. We've got to get, like I said before, this feeling consciousness is our currency. It's the only thing that the universe recognizes. It's the only thing our helpers recognize. They recognize us by our feeling consciousness. And if we're up here, you know, how can the universe help us, right? Because nothing's going on. We're not sending anything out. Perhaps maybe fear vibes or whatever, or all ego stuff, and they cannot, the universe can't respond to that, only in kind of a negative karmic way. Anyway, I'm going off track. What did I want? I wanted to show you something. So I wanted to compare. I'm all over the place, but I just had to dive into this video. I couldn't think about it anymore. I couldn't take any more notes. I'm just, I became really tired, and as you can see, and I just had to jump in. And I know I'm going to forget a lot of things that I want to say. But anyway, I'm going to share screen and just show you some things that are comparing, in Western tradition, when we're talking about the subtle bodies and layers of our being, most Western images of the subtle body has everything going out. Like, here's the physical body, then we have the astral, blah, 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 and everything is out here, right? Which is true. true. And so I think a lot of our practices, or a lot of Western people, myself included in the beginning, have this tendency to think, oh, a practice, I need to go out to experience the divine and the spiritual realms. I have to take my meditation and go out. And that's absolutely a viable, it works, right? To recognize it, have an experience or whatever, or catch a glimpse. Yeah, but what I want to say, this is my opinion, may not be true at all, but I think this method of going out here, I could be completely wrong, but this is kind of how it happened for me, is that we end up catching a glimpse out here, and it becomes a mental awakening, a mental and I don't even want to say realization, because I think a realization is when the body realizes it. So we have mental awakenings, and the people are, I can tell without arrogance, I can tell someone who's had a mental awakening that there's just a different, rather than a full embodied awakening. Anyway, but that can be a start, right? You have a mental awakening, and it can be very dry, and there's a lot of intellectual and wisdom about, not non-duality, but there's just something, there's a dryness of their being, right? And a lot of people will say, oh, that this is the typical neo-advaita, where they kind of just, they're unattached to the body and they just stay up here. Well, I mean, what is the fun in that? I mean, anyway, I think, right. But in the Indian Hindu traditions, when they talk about the subtle bodies, they call it the five koshas, and everything goes inward towards the heart. And I think that this is where it's at. The heart, oh my God, I can't even tell you what I've been experiencing and seeing from just in this last week in my own heart. I don't know, evolution, bro. I don't know. It's kind of been blowing my mind. Of course, it's blowing my mind. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to show you what I mean. I don't even know if it's necessary, but let's see. Application preview unknown. I'm not seeing my, oh dear, I'm not seeing what I want to show you. Let's see. Let's see. No, okay, it's not letting me do this. Okay, because I'm on a new computer. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, forget it. So anyway, so yeah, so in in the Western tradition, the layers of the body, they're like, okay, physical, etheric, astral, blah, 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 spirituals up here. But in the five koshas, you've got the physical, then it's kind of like, I think it's the mental and emotional here. And then you get a little closer, and it's like a booty body, which is higher mental. And you go a little closer. I'm probably messing this all up. Then it's like the discernment sheet. And then it gets into causal body. And then you get here, and it's bliss. And then and right through the middle, the portal of the heart is absolute reality, whatever they call it, the Atman, Brahman, absolute reality. And I have found that this can be a practice. So I would say, I know this is a terrible video, offering a practice and being in this area and working with the heart like we're going to do is activating the feeling consciousness, activating your body's sensory system to awaken. Now, I know many people out there have trauma, unreleased emotions in their body. And when I say that this should be a practice, let's see. If you have a lot of trauma and stuck emotions in your body, this could be scary as hell and maybe even not possible. But when I say, and people say, we have to feel it to heal it, there's a difference between emoting and feeling. When you get into your body and you do this practice, you're going to feel, remember, feeling is consciousness. So you're going to become conscious that there are emotions stuck in this air, or they're going to be known to you. They may be stuck in other parts of the body, but it's going to come up and you're going to say, oh, I'm becoming conscious that I have a stuck emotion and I'm going to name it as sadness, fear, rage, whatever. This is such a valuable, helpful tool for people with trauma to do that. You do not have to feel or experience the emotion in order to heal it. You just become aware of it and you open the heart, and that will heal it. Now, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. But if you have lots of trauma and you feel too scared to become conscious of your own body, feeling your own body, then you need to have somebody work with you to help co-regulate you. But honestly, I don't believe that that is necessary. You just have to trust your body. It's not about it's not about that you're getting get into the body and suddenly the grief or the rage or whatever is going to overpower you. No, it's just becoming aware. I mean, the heart can heal everything. And I wish I was on my other computer because Osho said this beautiful quote about basically becoming conscious, getting into your body, and any emotion that comes up, send it through the heart and it will be gone. It will be removed. Send anything through the heart and it will heal. And I have experienced that. It is so true. Just this week, it's so absolutely true. And there's no trauma. There's no reignition of trauma in the body. Okay, where was I going with this? Oh my God. Yeah, so there's a cat in the box making a lot of noise. It just jumped in the box. Okay. Can you hear that? He's going, oh, I don't know why cats like boxes so much. Anyway, this cat does not like boxes. I will tell you that. I'm outside the box. Okay, so here's the practice, right? Belly breath, sat. Become aware, right? We're going to begin igniting. Maybe I should just do this. We're going to begin igniting our feeling body, our physical body. We're starting on the first layer, right, of these 5 koshas, the physical body. And that's what the breath does. The belly breath says, oh, right. I'm in a human body. I've got this vehicle. Oh yeah, I can feel my legs. Oh, I have a body, right? Oh, I'm here. Oh, I feel alive. That's sat, being. I exist. I exist here. And then suddenly you're like, oh, I'm becoming very aware. I'm becoming aware of my surroundings. Now we're getting a little bit, this is the practice. Sensory input. I feel the air on my skin. I see things. I feel the chair. Okay, I'm igniting my sensory senses. And I'm getting in the present moment. Nothing matters but this. Sat chit. Okay? It's beautiful. You've got to start igniting your body. And also, I would say we have to perhaps even ask and tell our body, it is okay. I say yes, yes, yes to feeling again. Because so many of us have said, how many times? I can't trust my feelings. Don't trust my feelings. Or feelings getting confused with emotions aren't good. I can't do, I can't trust. So of course our body is shut down. So we have to say yes. It's time to enliven our feeling consciousness, and I trust you. Okay, so we have to do that. And then you bring your attention down. It doesn't have to be in the heart, right? Into the chest area, the middle of your chest, and you've already experienced sensing the physical body. And maybe that's as far as you can go on the practice. Great. At least you're in the present moment and you are beginning to feel your surroundings. But if you can go deep, I mean, that's beautiful. You're ripe for inspiration, revelation, awakening. Present moment. It's the only place you can have an awakening. Then you can go a little deeper. Oh, okay. I'm going to start feeling my emotional and mental body. And maybe even right there, maybe the moment you put your attention in this area, you're going to suddenly, this is exactly what happens to me. I will feel, immediate, a little sadness or grief, or I want to cry. And I think all of us carry a particular feeling or emotion that may stay with us our entire lifetime. I don't know. I think that might be our little hook into the physical body. So mine is sadness, but also there's this like, I want to cry, but I think it's a good cry. I think it's like, oh, here I am in the heart. And it's so overwhelming. Just thinking about it and moving my attention there, I want to cry. And that's when you know you're in the right space. This is where you need to be. And then you just start feeling, okay, can I feel the pulse? Can I feel my energy body? This is training your system, your central nervous system to become more sensitive. So you can start feeling your body, right? Feeling what's going on. And this is the expansion of awareness. And you can go deeper and deeper, deeper in layers, right? In the heart. And there is remember Drunvalo Melchizedek? Drunvalo, boy, I wonder if he's still alive. Anyway, he used to teach Awakening the Illuminated Heart, where he would say, move your consciousness to the back of the physical heart and go in through the back of the heart and see and do this and see what your heart has to tell you. Like, what vision do you get when you go through the back of the heart, the physical heart? And I will tell you, God, I think it's been like 17 years ago when I first did that. Inside my heart, and this is where the heart really can give you a lot of information symbolically. What I saw in my heart was very disheartening to me, but I knew it to be actually true. It had what appeared to be knife slices all over. The whole heart had, and that was all, makes me kind of cry. All the swipes and digs at myself, self-hate, just blah, 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 that I was tearing my own heart apart, self-sabotage, just utter hate of myself. And over the years, I have periodically gone into the heart to see what is my progress. And over the years, it's gotten better and better. And then it turned into this beautiful golden place. And then again and again. And this week, I had really no intention of doing that. I wasn't even thinking about that exercise. But I was doing this exercise that I'm offering you. And I just went into the portal. There is a portal in your heart. And suddenly, this was not imagination, and it wasn't a request of my mind saying, what do you have to tell me? Suddenly, what opened up in a vision was a, the clear crystal city. My whole heart had been clear, that clear white light crystal color. And then I went right through the portal, and there was this beautiful crystal clear city. I'm sure you've seen, there's images on the internet, people making of these crystal light cities, light cities. I don't know, but that's so when people say the heart is the place, I can say yes, it is. I would say, years ago, even maybe last year, the year before, I was like, I don't get it. I can't figure this heart thing out. So I don't know, but there is a portal in there. And in the Hindu tradition, they speak about the spiritual heart, they talk about it being on the right side of the heart. Well, all this time I was thinking, oh my God, it's on the right side. What is it, over here? But no, it's actually in the right chamber of the heart, right in here. It's right in the center of your chest. That's where the portal exists. Um, yeah, and the right ventricle and chambers are responsible for adding oxygen, adding life to non-oxygenated blood, or blood that is low in oxygen. So, of course, this is the life-giving side. So the right side of the physical heart, located just under your breastbone, right here. The center of your chest is the spiritual heart, is the portal. But to get there, you got to go through these layers of these koshas, the physical, right? Are you safe? Blah, 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 blah. The mental, emotional. Oh, what's stuck? And and deeper and deeper and deeper. But as you go deeper and deeper and deeper, what happens is your awareness kind of out here in your subtle body expands, expands, and expands, and begins including these different dimensional planes of awareness. So this is where the Western and the Eastern models of the subtle body mix in. You have to go inner into the heart, have awareness here to expand consciousness here. That makes sense? To reach these higher planes, you go in through the heart. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a mental journey. But now, if you go through the portal of the heart, it's like, because you're involving the body and its senses, this is where a real realization can happen, because the senses of your body, your nervous system, must know that it's real, and then it sticks. It remains. And then you have body memory of what that is. So there's recall, and the body goes, oh, yeah, that's right. I am absolute consciousness, right? Blah, blah, blah. And this is where all these different, where do I want to go with that? Abilities, discernment, you can tell the truth, because you're, by going here, discernment levels, bliss level. Oh yeah, in the heart. I mean, that one layer, then you hit the bliss, and your whole body just starts going, ooh, right? You'll feel the bliss and the joy, but that is still not it. And then you hit the portal, and it's like, and it's all clear, crystal clear. Wow. And and somebody asked me, uh, which I think it's one of their question is like one of the highest compliments ever. They asked me if I did Shaktipat, the transmission of Shakti. And just to be asked that they thought that I had the potential to do that. I mean, wow. But now I see, having experienced and having deeper understanding, which is my own understanding. I don't even know if it's true, but it seems like when your realization happens here in the body, and you're really, you really know, let's see, what am I saying, and your feeling consciousness is turned on, and you're here and you're rested. That's where your awareness, or you've awakened. What am I saying? That you are functioning from pure consciousness. You've passed through that portal, and now what's pouring through your heart is pure awareness, pure consciousness. That is what filling your entire aura, right? Because all of this now, you've gone through the layers of the heart. The physical has been cleared, mental, emotional, discernment, the buddhi, the higher, and then you've reached the bliss, but you've gone through the portal, and it's pure, clear consciousness. And that is what's flowing through these people that have, they know how to work with the feeling body, to number one, work with the bliss sheath, but also having pure consciousness pour through at the same time, and it's just filling their aura. And so this is why sitting in somebody's presence can be so activating. But also, if they intend to direct that field through their hands or waving, they can ignite something in others. So, yeah, I think that's how people can do Shaktipat, or this transmission of pure consciousness. And depending on the other person's what layers, how thick they are, it might only awaken, it might hit, who knows, an emotional thing, it might heal a physical body, or if they're kind of clear, it could pass through the discernment, the causal body, and maybe even, if they're real clear, push their consciousness through that portal, and then they're fully away. Anyway, so that's my theory about Shaktipat, that you could be transcending and getting into this transcending zone, and there you are, or but you must embody this through the heart. You have to go through the layers of the heart and get there, and have your body, you've got to become one with this pure consciousness, with this bliss, because that's what you are, rather than it being an object. Anyway, I'm going off on a different topic. So, oh my God, this really long video about a practice, Sat, Chit, Ananda, and then all the work is in the heart. Sat, belly, breath, eyes open, eyes closed, doesn't matter. Do it however. Experiment with this and let me know what happens for you, because I can only say how it feels for me. But look, yeah, admittingly, if somebody said to do this before, I may have gone, well, whatever. I don't want to feel whatever. I probably, yeah, when someone tells me to do something, I do the opposite. Anyway, so Sat, get into your belly, because you're trying to bring your consciousness back down. And then suddenly you become aware, you're in the present moment. Chit, This is enliven. And then the two will come together and you'll end up in the heart. And who knows, it may bring up an emotion, but you're just feeling yourself. How do I feel? Do I have emotions here? Yeah, I do have sadness. Great. And if a situation, if you got trauma or if anything comes up that, oh, grief or anger or injustice or whatever, then open the heart. Open, just imagine that center of the heart just opening up, and that emotion will flow right through and dissipate. That it works. Osho was correct. All the other teachers are correct. All you need to do is feel it, which is the same thing of consciousness. Feeling, synonymous with conscious. Become conscious, name it if you need to name it, if there's a situation, but then open the heart and let it flow through that portal back to its origin. Now, what I also want to say during this process, because we tend to engage the mind, that it's like we can still do it, but we're still thinking about it. I have found that just opening the head, like I'm down here breathing, and then I just kind of like pretend like my brain is opening up, my head is opening up, and or you can imagine your whole brain and mind just going, oh, melting right into the heart, and you're like merging, because we don't ever want to reject our mind, our brain. We want it to merge with the heart. So maybe you can just feel it all melting down into your heart. It's such a beautiful feeling. Of course, it's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. So feeling yourself, Sat Chit Ananda, work with the layers of the heart and find that portal. You'll find it. Oh my God. It's indescribable. And just for confirmation, I went back. I had completely forgotten about this damn book, but this author, that he just wows me. And this book, Liberation, a spiritual autobiography by Ave, I can't read that backwards, Nuria. Anyway, what an awesome book. But this book, as well as many other authors and synchronicities, has confirmed my path every step of the way. And today, before I made this video, I was like, oh yeah, Abe was saying something about the heart. Yeah, let me go back and read. Yeah, he talks about the heart in here somewhere in the back, about the heart is the place. It is the place. Confirmed everything that I am saying to you here. Yeah, so at least another person is saying what I'm saying, probably much better than I'm saying it. But yeah, so this long ass video just to say, take a breath, get in the present moment, and then feel your way through the layers of the heart. I think that's the path for this time. Yeah, so all for now. Bye.